Today's adventure begins here at Orlando International Airport as the recording of this Monday, October 30th, 2023. I am off on a one-way flight to Boston. Shuttle over to get my rental car. Oh, watch out. Whoa. Boy, I almost slipped on that. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. I have made the commute, early morning commute from Orlando to Boston. Got a rental car, about to get the rental car and head to Salem on Halloween Eve, the day before All Hallows Eve. Wearing an appropriate shirt that has a pumpkin for Halloween, and also Hollywood is the nickname the bullies gave Max in Hocus Pocus. I will be doing the filming locations of that today with a buddy of mine from town. Also shout out to World of Micah, who did one heck of a job on the filming locations 4 or 5 years ago, maybe the most detailed that I've seen. I'm heading up there. It's only about, I don't know, 20 minutes, well, 20 miles, 15 miles, give or take, north of Boston. Spooky season. It's the 30th anniversary of Hocus Pocus. Just saw it in the theater 2 weeks ago for the reunion. I've seen it before, but saw it again in the theater for the anniversary, and I watched it on the plane, so it's fresh in my head. It's gonna be neat to see the spots. Join me. Made it to my hotel. It's 11:25 right now. See if I can check in a little bit early. I just left 81 degrees. Well, it's 81 degrees in Celebration. Where I am, 53 degrees and raining. Little bit different weather pattern. All right, was able to check in a little bit early. Got the official event guide. I'm going to be here today and tomorrow, all the days, and then leaving the next day out of this area. So 2 days in Salem. One of them, of course, tomorrow being All Hallows Eve. They also have a map here, the general area, general layout of the land. Of course, today is mostly going to be about Hocus Pocus, but this is kind of good to have. Get to know the area. All right, I have made it down into, I guess, downtown Salem. BenLaurence is here.
What's up?
I guess maybe summer of last year I came through and we hung out.
Yep, right down here in Salem.
But now I'm back, end of October 2023. Yes. And we're gonna do the spots from Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Let's do it. I got a second chance.
You covered it, what, 5 years ago?
But I got a notification on my phone 5 years ago today is when I did my locations, which was crazy. Nobody had really done it to like that scale before, so it was just it was like hunting them down was crazy. So I got them all up in here.
You got them all up there, and we'll see what we can find.
We can find the locations.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Check out BenLaurence on YouTube. They are sold out today here at the Witch Museum. We weren't going to go in there anyway today, but yeah.
Maybe next time.
The first spot we're going to go by is the school where the exchanging of the phone number took place. Now, I've heard stories of how notoriously packed this time of year is. Day before Halloween, I expected more people, but then again, the weather is really nasty today. It's cold, it's rainy, we're walking in puddles. All right, this was used as the school, so this is where they trapped the Sanderson sisters. It's all fresh in my head because I just watched it on the plane when I was flying up. All right, in the film it was Jacob Bailey High School, and when you watch the clip, you'll notice also, you can just see it has been raining quite a bit with the water going there, but when you watch the clip, you can see them coming out here. Look, the teachers are also walking out, and then they got the silly string and everything. But that staircase is behind them there, but the sign was right up there for the Jacob Bailey High School. You can look in here. Any idea what this building is used for now?
I want to say it's an apartment complex, I believe. That's like a weird front entrance to a school.
That is, yeah, but you can see that pretty prominently when they're walking out of this.
I got my backpack. I'm ready for school.
You do?
I'm ready for school.
Watch out for the silly string. There's the silly string. There's the teachers, and there's the staircase right there. And there's the bike rack. There was a bike rack there. It is the same wrought iron fence. We were both just kind of commenting. We were watching the clip on how excited they were getting out of school. Almost as if it's like the end of the school year.
It's Halloween! Come on, guys, school's out!
You're hyped up. All right, over in this area, they built a new park. There were a couple big trees that were right here that had been removed. But this is when Max is following Allison right along here. She's walking along that path, and you can see the basketball rim, the basketball court over there in the distance right there. And you could even see the same fence here with these posts. Oh, the rain's coming down now. There's one of the two little posts there. So it's either that one or this one. Gotta break out the umbrellas.
Came prepared. Got my little Disney Parks umbrellas.
Did you bring two of them?
Oh, I brought two of them.
Sweet.
I thought that was gonna be way more epic than it was.
Sweet.
One for you.
Thank you, man. This is a tiny little umbrella. You know what though? It's necessary.
All that Genie Plus money, they can't afford bigger umbrellas.
Can't blame Chapek anymore.
Nope. It's all Iger. It's all up to him now.
Look at this thing, it's so tight. Got little beads of condensation there, but when she's walking off, you see all the trees down there. That was 30 years ago. They've grown quite a bit. Then when she's walking down this path, pulls the red hood up. Those trees have grown a lot over the last 3 decades. Now, parking down here is definitely a challenge. But I also wanted to point this out before we move on to the next spot. This is where the smoke came out of the top up here and kind of hovered around. And you kind of thought that that was the end of the Sanderson sisters, and then really with no reasoning whatsoever, the smoke just went back into the top.
So I watched the movie last night before coming to do this, and
yeah.
like, I thought the same thing. I'm like, there's no
explanation,
reason as to what they go right back in the chimney and they're back.
All right, we're now going to walk over to Allison's house for a couple scenes. The interiors were not inside the exterior here. Plenty of exterior scenes that were filmed right in this area. Now, all around town, you'll always see stuff, little subtle and not so subtle nods to the film, obviously, right here. Sanderson Museum of Witchcraft. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus. This gentleman here, I do not think that is the correct temperature, but it is just a little brisk out here.
Welcome to Salem.
There was a skeleton on the front of that fire truck. I'm having kind of a deja vu moment now of spring and summer of last year when you and I were walking around in this area. Granted, a little bit better conditions. It was a little sunnier and warmer.
A little warmer.
I think we were right here, and I mentioned, no, I'm gonna come back 1 October on Halloween night or Halloween time, and you're like, yeah, I'm sure you will.
Oh,
and now
yeah.
I'm here.
Here, you're doing it. We're doing it. Hay bales like piled up right over there.
The little tour going through here, probably. Oh, they even had the hay bales just like in the movie, because she was laying on the hay bale, right?
I'll go throw myself down. We'll recreate the scene.
There it is, Allison's house. It's also interesting. They had that whole dramatic scene where Danny's laying over there, kind of sobbing and crying, and then her and her brother make up, and then they don't even notice how impressive the house is. And then they get up and they're like, and then just anybody could have just walked in and do trick or treating.
Like it's just an open house kind of situation.
Rich person's, and they say rich person's house or rich person lives here?
Yeah, what did they say? I don't remember. Oh look, Max is here. It's Max. Hey, Danny.
Probably not the same hay bales.
Probably. I like they did it up. It looks the same as they did in the movie. They did it up the same.
It'd be nice if it stopped raining. In real life, this is called the Ropes Mansion. And they have done it up looking exactly like it does in the film. But yeah, they would have walked in the front door right there. And you can also see that window when the brother and sister sit right here. The trick-or-treaters are going up to the front door right there. And even though the weather is very kind of nasty and cold and rainy, there's quite a few people here wanting to get a photo. I'm also noticing here that they have the flag up as well. So they have the pumpkins, they have the hay bales, and they have the flag up there as well. So they have kind of recreated it. Or it just always looked like. Maybe they have pumpkins year round. Probably not. Except the pumpkins in the movie are lit up like jack-o'-lanterns. These are just pumpkins. Pretty good though. The thing that kind of amazes me though, seeing this, there's so much architecture that is just on par with this building all around town. Even when he's like riding his bike around, he's passing stuff that's just as impressive as this. Why were they so enamored by this house? They were standing right here and they had that zoom, like close up looking down at them when they were looking up at the house. And like, almost like they were just looking at some like incredible mansion. I mean, it's nice, but there is a sea of umbrellas. The thing is, it's not even raining right now. We got our umbrellas down, but I guess it's sprinkling. All right, this is the side of the building here, which is where the dance took place. It's the town hall here in Salem, where the dance scenes took place. We used it a couple different times. Also used it right before the ending credits, when the mom and dad come out and they were having a good time. And that was at the front doors as well, also when the kids went in. And the thing is interesting too, when you first walk in the door, there is a staircase that was used. And the staircase is still there through the window off to the side, where they all kind of ran up there towards up to the top floor. But looking at it in real life, not really sure if they use the interiors of this or not. Probably a sound stage for the dance itself, but the exteriors definitely were in that staircase. If you had to guess, you think that they filmed it inside there? Or?
I think that it was filmed like on a soundstage or something, because like inside there's these like huge columns, like in that, like, so the bottom level is like all like an open, like almost like a ballroom.
Yeah.
And there's these huge columns and huge like chandeliers that you don't see them.
It's like there's 3 levels. There's a basement, second level, and a top level.
What's in the basement of the Alamo? What's in the basement of the Salem Town Hall?
I don't know.
That Midler's down there.
Maybe.
Bette Midler.
All right, we're now ordering a rideshare. We're ordering an Uber. Also, this is your first coffee ever?
Dude, not my first coffee ever, but like first like coffee of my own in a long time.
First coffee.
Piping hot caffeinated beverages.
You like the pumpkin spice?
Dude, it's good. I'm getting on the trend. I know it's like the last one before Halloween.
I had a Dunkin' earlier, but now I also had to get. It's kind of chilly out here.
We needed something to keep our little hands warm. I should have brought gloves. I just got a raindrop down my back.
All right, got dropped off there. Made the commute this direction, and now gonna try to match some scenes up here up the staircase. The rain is coming down even harder now. Got the rock wall here. And you got the little boulderous area. This is the old burial hill. Whew, might have to break out those umbrellas again.
I know, for real. It's wet.
Oh, so he's coming in, Max is coming in from that direction.
So, yeah, I think, Max comes in this way, and the 2 guys are over.
So the one guy's like laying there and then pops up.
Yeah.
Oh, so Max rides his bikes right over there.
Yeah, so he comes like up around this corner, like literally right through here. And then like the shot in the movie's from this way.
Now where Max is riding his bike up before he meets up with the bullies is down this little incline here. And when I was watching it, I would just assume that the headstone was a prop. that they placed in the real cemetery, but in fact, you know, obviously those are real, but I thought maybe they placed one here just to kind of give it a little perspective as he rides his bike up and past. And it was kind of like that. It is a real headstone, a real person. Archibald Sinclair, back in 1870, passed on. So you just imagine a whole film crew here set up and doing the scene over and over, riding the bike up the side of this hill.
For such like a small shot too, like it's like off in the like back of the woods.
That's way down the hill. And there's the scene from the movie there. Archibald Sinclair, real person, passed on in 1870.
No relation to Neville.
And there he goes riding the bike up. Neville Sinclair?
The Rocket. So random.
And you can just see over the past 3 decades, this has got a little more weather worn than it is in the film. And riding the bike up this hill would not be fun. I mean, you got to really get some speed going up to get up that incline there. You can see the gazebo up there. And it makes it appear as if the bullies were like right up there. But in fact, they're on the other side of the berm, like on the other side of the property. So now on the other side of where the little hill is, so this is where Jay and Ice were. And I kind of wonder what they were doing, because Jay was laying, like if you look at that scene and Max rides up, Jay was like laying right there and like pops up. And then Ice was like right over there.
Like they were in the cemetery waiting. They were like waiting.
Yeah, he's like
waiting.
Yeah.
Halt!
You know what's fascinating though, this here, so the angle of this headstone is exactly the same. They're like, even the angle of the way that headstone is, hasn't been pushed back into like, into the right angle. See how it's just kind of tilted all these years later. And that tree back there looks exactly the same too. And even the one that's slanted over here in the film is also slanted. See the one that's kind of like falling over, kind of like catty corner over there. When you're watching the film, that looks like that too. So they're pretty interesting. All right, there we go. Trying to get the trees the same and the headstones. Yeah, what if they just like hanging out in the cemetery? It's just so crazy. Jay was like laying down and he just like pops up, like springs up like a Muppet. Remember what Ice's real name was?
I told you, it's not Ernie, it's Ice.
This is like a tourist location.
Yeah. They come in waves. The tourist comes in waves.
How many people you think have laid on that tombstone over there? Moby Dole? Perhaps? Actually, I'm gonna go see exactly who this was, where Jay was laying on.
Still dug it.
Erected in memory of Ebenezer Berry back in 1817. And this is Robert Quill Jr. Yeah, it's got the crack. I bet that thing's been cracked even back in the 90s. But that's the angle there. This would have been like the reverse angle. See how many people are out here. All right, one last little look here before moving on to another spot. And also this is not only the tree is very distinct, this is also very distinct too. So they were all this right here. Starting to rain quite a bit now. Again, we're gonna try to walk over to where one of the bicycle scenes was. This is probably about 4 or 5 blocks from here. And then grab another Uber over to some other spots. And we're gonna head over to another spot. It's kind of the overlook spot that looks down upon the town. And you would think it would be in the same property because it's the same kind of rocks. However, it's a pretty good ways from here. But it does have the same kind of rock formations. Movie magic. This is kind of a bird's eye perspective down here. of where the bullies were. Look, there's just like a constant flow of people pulling up here to come up here and get photos. So in perspective, you would assume that he is riding his bike that direction and encounters the bullies right here. But in fact, he's riding up the hill over there, and then a quick cut, and he magically appears right there on the other side of that bush. And there's that tree. I'm kind of noticing over here on this little rock that you see, there is a placard right over here. In 1648, there was built upon this hill the first meeting house in Marblehead dedicated to the worship of God. And you see all this rock formation behind their heads. And they're all right over there. All right, we are now walking along this road. Very beautiful New England town here. I'm gonna be trying to find a crossroads that he drives or rides his bike past, which is like, I don't know, probably another 2 or 3 blocks up this way. Just a quick little scene. Stop, look and wave here at the bus stop store. The sign's still there. He rode his bike right past here, zipping along very quickly down that direction. Of course, the camera angle was down there, looking up this way, but yeah, pretty self-explanatory that that is the bus stop store. Right there. And there's a bus. So it's not just a clever name. And there's the scene. So there's the bus stop store there. There's what it looks like modern day. And I'm just noticing the bus stop sign was on the other side of the building. So it was like a little bit shifted. It was technically right there in the movie, and they moved it over there now. And then the camera spins past as he continues to ride. It has not stopped raining the entire day. There has not been one moment it has not been raining. Also, look at this beautiful dog. All part of the experience. This is very unusual. So right here in the road is this little structure here. No placard on it or anything, but just this big pylon.
I have no idea what that could have been.
Crocker Park. It's a technical name. There's a skeleton on the side of that building. Yeah, same kind of rocks. So we got to go up there. Crocker Park, named in honor of Uriel Crocker, the old Boston printing firm, Crocker and Brewster. Oh, there's the scene right there. Look at that. How iconic is that? That's great. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's chiming. The church bell's ringing.
Perfect timing.
You know what I think of when I see this angle? Not only the movie, but I think of World of Micah's thumbnail.
Yeah.
World of Micah's thumbnail right here.
Like over the shoulder.
Yeah,
It was
he nailed it.
Very good. It's an iconic image.
It is. All right, we just realized, so down over here, you got to kind of go down the side of this little hill. So I'm thinking they got this little swing here. But if you take it from this angle, you can see the rocks over here to the right, these rocks, and you can see the bike is right in between there. So that's how it looks like. It almost looks like it's more of an overlook of the town than it really is, because this is the angle from the film. But when you're standing up there, it's not, I mean, it's definitely impressive, but this makes it look like it's overlooking the entire town. So there's the exact angle where he pulls his bike up and he looks down. I'll show the screen grab. And there it is. You see the rock there to the far right. But if you were A little higher up the hill, you wouldn't get quite that perspective, so you have to kind of be where we are here, standing down the hill at this angle. Because if you walk up just a little bit, it's not quite the same of an overlook. You realize there's still a lot that kind of goes down, and you see some boats and trailers and things down there. This still looks cool, but definitely you can see why they shot it from down there. And looking the other direction, looks out of here across the water. Very peaceful.
Oh, they redid this.
We've arrived now at Pioneer Village, established back in 1630, where the whole opening Hocus Pocus took place. I don't believe they're open today, however. There's some ducks or geese over here at the end.
Turkeys.
Oh, turkeys, yeah. There's some turkeys. So we're just gonna kind of wander around the perimeter, see if we can match anything up, if anything. Ooh, it is brisk. Right? Right here on the water. So we're gonna see if we can match anything up from over the fence. I was kind of hoping this would be open today, but it's not. There was a scene looking out the window. That could be the window there. It's closed. You see it there. I don't think it was the top window. It was this one right here. Okay, this is probably the best angle. You got the three houses. You got the one he walked out of over here, and you got the one in the middle, and you got his friend's house, which is the really big house. So if I peek over the fence, you can kind of get this angle more or less from right here where I'm standing over the fence. Right there. That's pretty much the exact angle, give or take a couple feet. All right, we're gonna walk now to the last spot, which would be Max's house. So this area is only open, at least, I don't know if it's all the time, but definitely this time of the year. It's only open for resident parking, so we did not drive. So if you pull in here and park, it says tow away zone. Per order, Salem Police. Resident sticker parking only. And the temperature has dropped a lot. It is freaking cold out here. I'm not in Florida anymore. Now I will say, it's probably not as cold as I think it is, just the fact that I am drenched.
I don't know. As a native New Englander, it's pretty cold. And I think it is because we are soaking wet that it makes it.
I recognize this up here. This is where they were all walking towards the end when she was singing the song, and all the children were walking along the shore. And then they walked past Max and Danny's house right up here. I'm guessing that's right up here around the corner. Oh, it is windy. It's gusty. There's the house right there. There it is. Oh, the breeze coming off that. Oh, right?
Dude, it's cold, man.
Yeah, that is an iconic filming location right there. I would say this is probably the most popular one from the movie. This is the one you always see people taking photos in front of, videos in front of. It's used quite a few times in the film. Yeah, I just think of that image at the end when they're all walking by here. They're like walking down the bridge. Well, not the bridge, but they're walking along here. And then they, cameras like this, and they all walk past. And obviously they didn't really explode the top of the little crow's nest up there, the little tower. In the movie, it's depicted that they all, that whole thing explodes, and then the Sanderson sisters fly out the top. I'm remembering that correctly, right?
Yeah, the top, it like explodes, and
they all go that way.
Like Winifred and whatnot, they fly out of there, and then like you were saying, all the kids like start walking this way when Sarah starts singing the song. But I don't think that they set the top of the house ablaze.
Definitely blocking the streets off, clears the traffic up considerably. Signs everywhere, private property.
I was just about to say, like, they didn't have those when I came out the first time. These are all new.
I kind of expected to be a lot more people out here.
I am shocked that it must be the weather.
The weather's horrible. What do the signs say?
They don't want people up on the wall.
Oh, they don't even want you sitting, standing, or climbing on the wall.
Like, this place is just, it's gotten so, like, popular because of the movie.
I think we just kind of lucked out with the weather. Because I think if the weather was nice right now, there would be so many people.
Right, like right before Halloween, you, like, even when I came before, it was mobbed. This is very chill compared to then.
Now what I want to know is, did they film the living room interiors inside there? I'm going to say yes. Now obviously they recreated the top portion up, the tower portion interiors. But when you're watching the film, it appears as if the mom and the dad and the family are all in the living room there when they walk in that front door. There's a few people out here checking it out, but... It is cold. How cold do you think it is?
Very, very cold. I'd say like 50, 40 degrees maybe. It's cold.
It's not that cold, but the wind chill.
With the wind and being wet, it is very, very cold.
This is kind of cool. City of Salem right here. And then you kind of pan up, and there's the house. All right, this is for posterity. So I've turned this.
Pull out the umbrella. A little cold, a little rainy. Let's go. Really? Are you
Oh! There's so much rain on my camera. There you go. All right, that's going to do it for today with BenLaurence.
Cold, very cold, BenLaurence.
Check, hey, yeah, you uploaded your first YouTube video in like 5 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, I took a little break. I was working on a project for a long time.
Yeah. Check it out. I'll put the link in the description.
Thank you for the plug.
But we hit most of the spots in this area. There were some in LA, including some at Warner Ranch. They had the Friends Fountain at Warner Ranch, which is now at Warner proper. And also, the Griswold's house can be seen for one moment when the bus, the bus scene.
Where like the Sanderson sisters get on the bus? It's in the background,
No,
right?
not that scene.
Oh,
The part
when they...
with the cat.
Yeah, they run the cat.
And then the tree and all that, you could see the Griswold's house behind there from Christmas Vacation.
And then you were telling me the Munsters house was also in the background?
I'm not 100% sure, but there's one scene, the toilet paper scene.
Okay.
Where the two bullies there and they have the toilet paper in the tree and the Sanderson sisters walk up. It almost looks like Colonial Street at Universal. It almost looks like one of the houses from the Burbs.
That'd be crazy.
And possibly 1313 Mockingbird Lane across the way, but I can't confirm.
Be a weird connection. That'd be kind of cool.
But there were some backlot stuff. And we can't figure out where the police officer, the guy that was dressed as the police officer was.
Yeah. Thought I was a real cop.
That's still a mystery.
That's gotta be on a backlot though.
Yeah.
The sidewalks look very much not like a New England sidewalk. They gotta be backlot.
So we got a lot of spots.
A lot of stuff accomplished today.
All right.
Out in the rain.
I'm cold. I'm rainy. I'm freezing.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you in the next video. The vlog. You want to do the outro?
Well, I'll do it. The vlog is over.
bonus footage dinner at Kowloon. Yeah, take a look at this place with all the neon. It looks really, really cool in here. There's even a boat on the ceiling, and there's even the mast of a ship right here. Like you're walking into a boat. Very tiki theme through here with the thatch roof up top and all the neon. There's a soup.
I think it's duck sauce.
Oh, it's duck sauce.
Yeah, duck sauce.
All right. Kowloon. You've never eaten here though, right?
Never been here before. I passed it a million times on my way up to New Hampshire, but I've always wanted to come.
I ended up getting some egg rolls and...
Your chicken coming.
Okay, thank you. White rice chicken. What is this? This is something you said was like famous for the place?
Yeah, so this is like their thing, the Saugus wings.
The egg roll's pretty good. Thank you.
That's it.
How's the wing?
Excellent.
You like it?
I have sauce all over my face, but it is excellent.